You already know. So I'm standing here next to the international border, United States, Mexico. For us, this goes right through the middle of our Kumeyaay territory. But if you walk just here in the brush line, different areas, you look down, you'll see we found this rock. You know, to the untrained naked eye, it just looks like a rock. But for us, we know that this is it's an ancient thing for our people. And archaeology would tell you, as you look at it, that somebody took this rock at some point and they knocked a chunk off there. They knocked a chunk off there. They knocked another chunk off there, and then they sat there and they made an edge on the side, and they did a dual edge on that side. So you see that it almost looks like a bread knife. And so what this is actually a tool. It's a very, very ancient tool. And so artifacts like this are found throughout this region, right next to the borderline. And in fact, right there in that dirt, you would find things like this. Next to these artifacts, you will find remains and things from our ancestors showing that they lived here. And the ground gets scraped, things like this get forever kind of thrown out, and the trace of this is forever kind of removed from time and from history. But for us, you know, our connection to the land is ancient, thousands and thousands of years old. So we see this is evidence of our connection to our ancestry. This is evidence to our connection to this earth. So it's not just a rock, and this area here is not barren. It actually has a lot of our archaeology and a lot of our things that are out here. Some things like this are very utilitarian. They were used to make a living, to eat, to make clothing, things of that nature. And some of these things are very, very sacred, used for ceremony, and they were used for our people to pray with and to live. And so this is a very, very important piece, a very important place for our people. Again, it's right in the middle of our traditional territory, and you'll find things like this littered up and down the borderline. And that line in the dirt just scrapes it along. And that's why we're out here. We're trying to protect and save these things, save this trace that our people have to this land.
Oh, We are still here are the words the Kumeyaay people repeated as they protested the construction of the border desecrating burial grounds. The Kumeyaay people are native to the southern border of California and Baja California. Their home traversed borders long before they even existed, and now they fear that land will be compromised.
We don't have to be asking for permission to the U.S. government to go back home, back and forth. I think the government should be asking us to be here. There should be respect for our people. We're here for thousands and thousands and thousands a year.
As you can see, this is the border wall that is currently under construction and being built on sacred land.
A lot of our land and a lot of our culture and history has already been desecrated and taken from us so much that I'm tired of it. I'm tired of us either being on the back burner of these projects where they can desecrate, they can do whatever they want, and we just have to deal with it.
They are asking for more tribal monitors. Monitors are people that make sure no monuments or historical artifacts are destroyed. There are currently 3 on site. They are also asking for soil testing because there were human remains found in the area.
I have heard so many white Americans talk about statues of Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson and these other Confederate monuments. Well, this entire desert is a monument to the Kumeyaay people. Their ancestors are buried here. They look at a lot of the landscape as being a testament and a monument to their struggle, which was survived 4 genocides. So I asked the United States government, how is it ethical to send troops to protect statues of white enslavers while at the same time they are desecrating sacred land of the Kumeyaay people?
CBP told us they are working closely with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and its environmental monitors to accommodate the nation's request for additional tribal monitors.
And it's hard to see our people separated by this wall. I said they're not separating because for us, it's only in the missionary border.
Reporting in Campo, Janela Giglino, News 11.
Those are their cousins who were put on another side of the wall when we decided what our border was. Yes!
Wame